So today is our Narsinghadev's appearance day, Narsingha Chaturdasi, very auspicious day. The Lord was extremely kind to come and save his devotee when he needed him the most. So we'll start with the Narsingha prayer, and then we will discuss something about Prahlad Maharaj, Narsinghadev, and Hiranyakashipu. Namase Narasimhaya Praladadayine Hiranyakashipurvaksha Shilatankanakalaye Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimho Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha Bahir Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho Narasimha Madhim Charanam Prapade Savakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Eshavadeta Rari Rupa Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jagadisha Hare Keshavadeta Narari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nara Hare Jaya Nara Hare Nara Hare Jaya Nara Hare Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev Jai Jai Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद।
जय जय श्रीपाद 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 श्रीपाद।
जय जय श्रीपाद 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 श्रीपाद।
जय जय लक्ष्मीपति नरसिंह मुरारी।
लक्ष्मीपति नरसिंह मुरारी।
जय जय लक्ष्मीपति नरसिंह मुरारी।
जय जय लक्ष्मीपति नरसिंह मुरारी।
मंगल निलय सर्व मंगलहारी।
मंगल निलय सर्व मंगलहारी।
मंगल निलय सर्व मंगलहारी।
मंगल निलय सर्व मंगलहारी।
जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह। प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह।
जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह। प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह।
जय गुरु महाराज श्रील श्रीपाद की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय भक्त वत्सल नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। नरसिंह चतुर्दशी महामहोत्सव की जय। प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। संवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। हरे कृष्ण। So we'll start with a small prayer to Narsinghadev. So this is also from the seventh canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, where the pastime of our Lord Narsinghadev is protecting his the best among the devotees. This is how Prabhupada is writing in one of the topics. Prahlad, the best among the devotees. So how Narsinghadev is appearing in a very special form, simply to protect his this best among the devotees, Prahlad Maharaj. So we will discuss that also. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Bhagavate uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishiki. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Surabdamodar Swamin Niti Namine. Nama Sadbhaktamanaye Manipurudbhavaya Cha. Prabhupada Satvani Prachara Niratayate. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine. Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine. Vancha kalpatarurvyasya kripa sindhuvya evacha. Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Nama Sankirtanam Jasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam. Pranamo Dukkha Shamanastam Namami Harim Param. Sansara Sagare Magnam Deenam Mam Karunanidhe. Karmagrahya Grihitangam Mam Uddara Bhavarnavat. Srimad Bhagavatam Pratyaksha Krishna Evahi. Svikritosi Maya Nata Mukyartam Bhavasagare. Harer Nam Eva Kevalam. Kalau nastiva 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 gatiranyata. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityur Mrityum Namamyam. Sri Narsimha Jai Narsimha Jai Jai Narsimha Praladisha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bhringa Ugro Api Anugraha Sevayam Swabhaktanam Narakeshari Kesariva Swapotanam Manyenam Ugra Vikrama. So the seventh canto is discussing about the appearance of Narsinghadev. But before going into this, actually, Narad Muni, who is Acharya in a parampara, in the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, he is a guru of the spiritual master of Prahlad Maharaj. And when he goes to meet the Pandavas, or Yudhishthira Maharaj, headed by the Pandavas, they are inquiring from him regarding Prahlad Maharaj. They are asking, how is that such a well-behaved, obedient son and small boy, 5 years old, such a young, amazing son, how is that his own father is torturing him and trying to kill him? You please explain this mystery to us. So then, under this Prahlad Charitra, this pastime of how Lord Narsinghadev appears is being discussed. So we'll start with Hiranyakashipu, something about him, then we'll talk about Prahlad Maharaj, and then finally we come to the main hero of the story, supreme hero, Lord Narsinghadev. So starting with Hiranyakashipu, you know how Hiranyakashipu was formerly one of the gatekeepers in the innermost gates. There are 7 gates to Vaikuntha, and the last or the innermost 7th gate, Jay and Vijay, both of them, they are the security gatekeepers. They are the Vishnu Dutas who are guarding the main entrance before entry into Vaikuntha Loka. So our 4 Kumaras, the firstborn sons of Lord Brahma, they somehow they managed to come with all their tapasya. They're able to enter into the spiritual atmosphere, and they come all the way to Vaikuntha, and then they pass through all the 6 gates. But when they come to the 7th gate, they are stopped by Jay and Vijay. You are like small kids. You are wandering around without a stitch of clothing on you, so we cannot allow you to enter. So immediately, the 4 Kumaras, they become upset. Although they appear very young, they are actually very old. They simply try to maintain the bodies young because they don't want to get attracted, physical attraction, and be diverted from spiritual advancement. So they become upset, they become angry, and then they curse them that you are not fit to be in Vaikuntha Lokas. So as soon as they just pronounce the curse that you people are not fit to be here, you be born on planet Earth, immediately Lord Vishnu, he appears on the scene along with Lakshmiji and all his other devotees. And then the Lord is literally asking for a kind of forgiveness that I'm sorry if my servants misbehave, it is reflecting bad upon me. I'm sorry this incident happened, but this incident has my sanction. It has been ordained by me, and that is why they behave like that with you. So then the 2 gatekeepers, they were so very they were suffering so very deeply because they'll be separated from the Lord. And so the Lord was giving them a choice. Do you want to stay for 100 births as nice devotees and come back following the Varnashram? Or you want to be born as in 3 births as demons, and then you can come back to me? Say they chose the second option because although they were being born as demons, still they would come back to the Lord in 3 births. So they took this opportunity to become completely against the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And thus, this Jay and Vijay, they incarnated as Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, the 2 sons of Kashyap Muni and Diti Mataji. So they are Daityas. They are Daityas or they are Asuras. And even before their birth, there were so much bad symptoms. And Diti, she was trying to withhold a pregnancy, not to deliver these 2 children, because she knew that at a very unfortunate time, she had conceived them, the Sandhya time. when Kashyap Muni, her husband, is supposed to be doing Sandhya Vandana and his spiritual practices, she approached him at the wrong time. So she was very much afraid and she tried to withhold the pregnancy. But after so many years, maybe 100 years or so, ultimately she had to deliver. And then we see so many bad symptoms appear. There were the sky turned thing, the mountains were shaking, the earth was trembling, the jackals were howling, and so many things happened. And eventually, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, they appear. Hiranyaksha is killed by the Lord in the form of Varahadev. They were so powerful. They terrorized the entire universe. And literally, Hiranyaksha, he filled the earth with so much gold that the earth had toppled and gone down into the Garbhoda Kosha. The center of gravity, the balance had gone out. And the Lord had to appear as Varahadev. And simply with a blow with his hoof, the Lord killed the demon, Hiranyaksha. And Hiranyakashipu, as soon as he came to know that his brother and his most well-wisher and supporter has been killed by Lord Vishnu in the form of Varahadev, he became very upset. So he started gnashing his teeth and he said, I will cut that, I'll cut Lord Vishnu's head and I will bathe my brother's body with that blood. Only then I will be satisfied. So he went literally searching the entire universe, trying to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead and catch him red-handed. But this was not possible. So Hiranyakashipu, he was trying so hard to find the Lord, and the Lord was hiding literally in his heart. So he couldn't find Vishnu anywhere. So Prabhupada, he starts this lecture on Narsinghadev's appearance day by saying that although this Hiranyakashipu was materially very much accomplished person, still, but all kinds of this material endeavor with somebody with an atheistic temperament, this person will never be able to see God. The first point. So you cannot see God by atheistic vision or any kind of materialistic means. Then, secondly, he was trying to approach Lord Brahma, thinking that since Vishnu has become my enemy, let me approach Lord Brahma and let me become immortal. Then, if I'm immortal and I'm going to live for so very long, maybe I'll get some chance to destroy Lord Vishnu. So he was trying to cheat God in a sense, knowing fully well that the Lord is supposed to be the origin of all life and all matter, and that the Lord himself is a protector and the well-wisher of all the living entities. So he was thinking, Hiranyakashipu, that the Lord, who is supposed to be impartial to the demons and to the demigods, but now he has sided along with the demigods. He's simply accepted the flattering and whatever sacrifices they are making. And because of that, the Lord has sided with them. So now he is my enemy. My enemy's enemy is my enemy. So this is how he was thinking. So he was trying to cheat God and somehow or other become immortal. But again, he failed in that. And finally, he was trying to kill God. He tried to kill the devotee of the God, his own son, Prahlad. And when that didn't work out, then he was asking him, who is that you're getting so much power? Who is supplying you this power? I want to kill that person. I want to kill the source. So then he breaks open that pillar when his son says, the God is everywhere. God is within you. God is everywhere, in every place. So he goes and he attacks that pillar, and when he breaks it open, the Lord manifests himself. So from Hiranyakashipu's life, we can learn these three things: that you cannot see God by atheistic vision or material means. Any amount of material achievements, it's not possible to see God without His mercy. And then you cannot cheat God anyway, you try. The third thing is you cannot kill God. The atheists, they are very much after this. They somehow, the whole entire propaganda is how to destroy God. And sometimes some of the scientists also, they don't want God in the picture. Although many of them, they are not very sure, but still they have developed this atheistic temperament by the powerful influence of Kali Yuga. So this is the third thing. And finally, not finally, there are two more points. One is success is not in achieving material things by subjugating the demigods or by conquering the universe. This is not real success. There is a very nice video that one Swamiji from our devotee, one sannyasi from our UK temple, he has sent. I will try to forward it to our group. You can just have a look at that. What actually success means, because we think if we have a nice, good body, nice facilities, material wealth, lot of women. Like Hiranyakashipu literally means Hiranya means gold, and Kashipu means a soft bed. So people who think they are successful, they have a lot of wealth and they have a lot of ladies surrounding them, so they can have a lot of enjoyment. So these two things, this is a primary target. So this is not real success, and one should understand that real success means spiritual success when understands oneself and one engages in pure devotion to the Supreme Lord. And then the last point, immortality is only available when you become a pure devotee of the Lord. Otherwise, you will be caught in this material world, which is like a prison. And here, at the end, only death will await you. And in between, there will be so much suffering. No matter how much you try, unless you become a devotee of the Lord, this immortal life is out of question. So these are the 5 major points you can actually learn from Hiranyakashipu's Charitra. And then now coming to Prahlad Maharaj. So Prahlad Maharaj, he is born in a family of asuras, demons. So the environment wasn't conducive for any kind of devotional service. But you see, the Lord makes arrangement that sometimes the Vaishnavas, they are born in families like this, completely contrary to what you would expect. Some are born very poor, some are born in Chandala families, and like in Prahlad Maharaj's case, he is born in a family of asuras. But he himself was not Asura. I remember this Guru Maharaj was telling me, you know, when I was about to go to Manipur from Bombay, Maharaj was saying, all of them are Manipuris there, but I'm not Manipuri. Maharaj told me this, literally he told me this. So I was thinking, what is this, what is Maharaj was, the way Maharaj was saying, Manipuri is something different or something like that, I was thinking. So here, although he was born in Asura family, he was not an Asura. Rather, he was a very great and pure devotee of Lord Vishnu. And also, unlike the other Asuras, he was not envious of the other Vaishnavas. So the demon's mentality is generally they see somebody doing something good, they become very envious. That person is in a better state than me. They don't like this. So the third thing quality is he was not agitated when he was put into danger. His own father was harassing him, but he remained calm and composed. And then he was neither directly nor indirectly interested in any fruitive activities which were described in the Vedas. Although he was so young, he had already got the supreme intelligence. Then he considered everything material to be useless. And so he was completely devoid of material desires, and he always controlled his senses and life air. And because of his steady intelligence and determination, he had subdued all lusty desires. This is how the Bhagavatam is describing Prahlad Maharaj. And to further glorify Prahlad Maharaj, because by his mercy we got Narsinghadev, Prahlad Maharaj's good qualities, Narad Muni is glorifying his own disciple, right? He's saying, are still glorified by learned saints and Vaishnavas, and all the good qualities always found existing in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they also exist forever in his devotee, Prahlad Maharaj. In any assembly where there are discourses about saints and devotees, O King Yudhishthir, even the enemies of the demons, namely the demigods, what to speak about you, they would cite Prahlad Maharaj as an example of a great devotee. So this it's very nice. If you read that entire 7th canto, everywhere there are so much gems. Prabhupada very much loved the instructions of Prahlad Maharaj to his demoniac schoolmates, and also the advice that he gave his father, especially when the father asked him, "My dear son, what is the best thing you have learned?" And what Prahlad Maharaj is saying, that is one of the topmost quotes of the Bhagavatam. He is summing up the entire Navada Bhakti in 2 verses. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. Iti Pumsarpita Vishnur Bhaktische Navalacha. Kriyati Bhagavati Adda Tanmanye Aditam Uttamam. Uttamam. This is the best. This Navada Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Pada Sevanam, Sakyam, Dasyam, and Atma Nivedanam. These 9 processes of devotional service are the best things, and somebody who can apply this principle to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, this is the highest. There is nothing beyond that. So he sums it up. The Bhagavatam is so very amazing that it gives you the entire mission of life in 2 verses. And then again, Narad Muni is continuing. The 4 principles of advancement in spiritual life, dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, all these depend on the disposition of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, follow in the footsteps of devotees. Without desire, fully depend upon the disposition of the Supreme Lord. You worship Him, the Super Soul, in devotional service. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the soul and Super Soul of all living entities. And every living entity is a manifestation of His energy in terms of the living soul and the material body. Both are created by the Lord. Therefore, the Lord is the most dear to all living entities, and He is a supreme controller. And he is further, Prahlad Maharaj is saying that if a demigod, a demon, human being, yaksha, gandharva, or anyone within this universe, if he renders service to the lotus feet of Mukunda, the who can deliver liberation, Krishna, he is actually situated in the most auspicious condition of life, exactly like us. Prahlad Maharaj is talking because he is one of the Mahajans. He is one of the 12 Mahajans who knows the science of the law. And if you read Prahlad Maharaj's instruction, each one instruction that he is describing, you can go on and on about that. Such beautiful instructions, you know. He's saying, sons of demons, my friends, in the same favorable way that you see yourself, you see, one sees himself and takes care of himself. If you're taking that same policy and you take to devotional service and you're trying to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then your life becomes very successful. Anybody, they can revive their original eternal spiritual life and exist forever simply by accepting the principles of Bhakti Yoga. And in this material world, to render service to the lotus feet of Govinda, the cause of all causes, and to see him everywhere is the only goal of life. This much alone is the ultimate goal of human life, as explained by all the revealed scriptures. So you see, Prahlad Maharaj, although he was 5 years old, he acquired all this knowledge because Narad Muni instructed his mother Kayadu when she was in his ashram and when she was carrying Prahlad inside her womb. So you can understand that the transcendental vibration, especially when it is spoken by a pure devotee like Narada, how effective it can be. It can cross any material barriers. So Prahlad, although he was within the womb, he could hear these instructions very clear. But his mother, because she is a lady and she was less intelligent, she forgot them. But he remembered all this. So one can understand the effect of transcendental vibrations, especially when a pure Vaishnava is vibrating it. Then the other thing that Prahlad Maharaj we can learn is that always how to remember the Lord. The entire Vedic scriptures, there are only 2 rules. Smartavyam Satatam Vishnu, always remember Lord Krishna or Vishnu. Vismartavya na jatus. You don't forget the Lord. Just remember the Lord, don't forget the Lord. One positive, one negative. Sarve vidhi nishedeshur eteyo reva kinkar. All the vidhi, rules and regulations, they are just simply servants of this one rule, that you always remember that. And Prahlad Maharaj was an ideal example of Vishnu Smaranam. Always, continuously, non-stop, he was remembering the Lord. He didn't even know how his bodily activities were being performed. Then the third thing, preaching is the essence. You see, in such a bad environment where all of them surrounding him were against Krishna consciousness, The only fault Prahlad Maharaj had was that he was Krishna conscious. That's all. There was no other fault in him. And even that, his own father, they couldn't tolerate. His own family members, they couldn't tolerate. So you see, the atheistic disposition and theistic disposition, how much there is, this has been existing since the beginning of creation. There are always this. Prabhupada is saying, as soon as you try to become Krishna conscious, you will develop all kinds of enemies. Even your own family members, they'll become your enemy. And we can see in the example. But still, Prahlad Maharaj went out of his way, even in such kind of unfavorable environment, to preach to his schoolmates, these demoniac kids. But because they were kids and they were not so very materially contaminated, these kids, they picked up the process of Krishna conscious very easily. So this preaching is always the essence. One should dedicate one's lives to spreading the message of the Lord. That we can understand from Prahlad's Charitra. Then when Lord appeared in front of him and the Lord was asking, you ask me any benediction, I will give it to you. I'm fully satisfied with your devotion. And Prahlad is saying, my Lord, I have not come to do business with you. It's my duty, I'm doing it. I'm supposed to love and serve you. This is my inherent duty. This is my dharma. I have to execute it. So you don't cheapen this thing by offering me something in return, because then it becomes like a business deal. I do something for you, you do something for me. So, but if at all you have any benediction to give, you please deliver my father, because he blasphemed you and he was very upset with you, and he did so many innumerable things, unspeakable things to the Vaishnava devotees of your lordship. So you please kindly, you forgive. And then Prahlad Narsinghadev is saying, you don't worry, 21 generations will be delivered. In any dynasty, such a pure devotee like you appears, 21 generations of your forefathers will be delivered. You don't worry. Like, see, this is a power. Even though those people may not be qualified, simply because there is one nice devotee, there's so many forefathers and the future generations, they benefit from that. So the other thing one should understand is that you don't ask the Lord for any material benedictions. No. That is business. That is not love. And Prahlad Maharaj was saying, if I'm forced to ask you anything, then you grant me only this benediction, that within the core of my heart, there should be no material desires. I should not have any material desires within my heart. You please grant me that. So these are the amazing things that you can learn from Prahlad Charitra. There are so many other points. You can just go through the instructions by Prahlad Maharaj to his father, to his Gurukula students, his classmates, and then finally the prayers he is offering to the Supreme Lord. All the three are shining examples of ideal devotion, pure devotion, how one should execute it. Now we come to the hero of the entire pastime, Narsinghadev. Jai Narsinghadev Bhagwan ki Jai. So the Lord is always impartial. There is no question of partiality, because the Lord, everybody is part and parcel of the Lord. So even though Hiranyakashipu was acting unfavorably, you should not forget that he is a Vaishnava. He is a devotee of the Lord. Simply, the Lord desired to fight, and he was itching to pick a fight with somebody, because the Lord is a person, and personality means you should have all these rasas. There is Raudra rasa, there is Hasya rasa, there must be some comedy, there must be some anger, the mix of all this. That is mellows. That is real, how do you say, flavor of life. We say variety is a spice of enjoyment. So if the Lord is always going to be sober like this without showing any other thing, you know, the Lord himself, sometimes he gets bored out of that. So as a personality, he has to exhibit these traits. So he wanted to show that Veera Rasa, he wanted to show that Raudra Rasa, he wanted to show that fighting tendency. So the Lord developed this desire, and immediately Jay and Vijay, because they are nice devotees, they could understand this. And who can fight with the Lord? It's not possible. So they decided to assume the form of these powerful demons. And for 3 births, they fought very nicely, very ferociously with the Lord and satisfied his desire. So the main point one should understand is that the Lord is always impartial. And everybody is a Vaishnava or a devotee of the Lord. We have just forgotten this principle to somebody to a greater degree and somebody to a lesser degree. But the thing is, everybody is a Vaishnava. So you can always glorify the Lord in front of everybody and everywhere. This is it. So the second thing, the main, most important part of the pastime is the Lord's Bhaktavatsalata. Narsinghadev is Bhaktavatsal. He's very favorable to his devotees. He literally melts when he sees the condition of his devotees. And especially a pure devotee like Prahlad Maharaj, who was tolerating every nonsense his father did, and he never once complained, nor did he appeal to the Lord to come and save him. You see? Most of us, we expect some service from the Lord because this is our inherent nature. We are part and parcel of the Lord. So we have this Ishara Bhavam. We think taking service from people, that is very nice. But rather, giving service, this doesn't come very naturally. One has to be forced and one has to be trained in so many different ways before one comes to that level of platform of giving something freely. But Prahlad Maharaj, he never requested the Lord for anything. He didn't say, "Oh, my father is kicking me. I'm your devotee. Why don't you save me?" He never asked this. Up till the last moment, he never did that. He completely had faith in the Lord that the Lord will protect me, and he never, ever, he asked anything from the Lord. But when his father asked him, "Where is your Lord? I want to finish that person. I want to kill him." And then he says, "The Lord is everywhere. He's sitting within you, sitting within me, he's everywhere, all over this place." Then when he asks, see in this pillar, simply in order to keep the word of his devotee, the Lord appeared from the pillar. There was no necessity. The Lord is supremely independent. But this is the Bhaktavatsalata. The Lord still tries to keep the words of his devotee intact. He gives more preference to the words of his devotees than to his own words. He can break his own words, but a devotee's words he always tries to keep. This is the mercy of the Lord. And not only that, Brahmaji had given unlimited boons to Hiranyakashipu. And you see, Narsinghadev, he maintained all those boons and still he finished that. That's why you cannot cheat God. You cannot become immortal by trying to cheat God. It's not possible. If you are smart, then Krishna is unlimitedly smarter. So the Lord will come in any form to save a devotee, and he will also keep the words of his devotee. The Lord is also very much kind to the demons as much as he is kind to his devotees. Actually, the demons, when they get killed, they immediately become liberated. But sometimes devotees, although they are enjoying the bliss in this world, sometimes the devotees are allowed to stay for longer on the material platform. But these asuras, they become liberated. So it's not that when one looks at the Lord's action, one thinks that because the Lord is killing somebody, that person is suffering at the Lord's hands. It's not like that. Then he can, the final thing, he can award anyone anything, and including himself. This is a kind of supreme love that the Lord is giving us a chance to acquire. And like Mahaprabhu is lamenting, Durdaivam idrisham ihajani nanuraga. We are not attracted to that kind of love. Some temporary passing material love in this world, we are so much attracted to that. It's like a pot of milk, a pot of poison with some little milk on top. We see that very nice milk layer and we think, oh, this whole pot is so amazing. But slight disturbance, you see, this poison will come out. So all this material love is like that. And we are not attracted to the supreme love the Lord is giving us. Unlimited love, we don't want. But the Lord is so kind that He is willing to give this, especially in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is distributing this love very freely. Just chant Hare Krishna and you will get the supreme love. You can see the Lord face to face. You can have interaction with Him. Everything is possible. So this entire pastime is a very instructive struggle actually between the atheist and theist. And Prabhupada is saying there's always this struggle. The person becomes God conscious, he will find many enemies because the world is full of demons. Material world means most of them, they have this demoniac mentality. Now, what to speak of devotee of Krishna? Even Krishna, when he personally comes, he had to kill so many demons. You see, his maternal uncle, the same way, like Prahlad Maharaj's own father was harassing him. The maternal uncle, Kansa, Krishna's own uncle, he was trying to kill him. He was hiring so many demons to go and put a contract to kill Krishna in Vrindavan. But you see, nobody can kill God. He was ultimately, Kansa was killed by Krishna. So this is a demoniac, godless society means they simply want to kill God. But God is actually never killed, but rather the demon is killed by God. This is a law of nature. So this is the instruction from Prahlad Maharaj's life. This is what Prabhupada is writing in one of the purports. So big materialistic advancement, they think they are so clever. We will live forever and we can enjoy sense gratification more and more. This is the whole agenda actually. But this so-called atheistic advancement, it will not work, especially in front of the Lord. And these people, that is a business actually. How to enjoy life more and more. And Hiranyakashipu is a typical example. But Prahlad Maharaj, he is the opposite. It is mentioned, Prakrishta Rupena Ahalad. Ahalad means transcendental bliss, unlimited bliss. So one who's always experiencing Prakrishta Rupena, very specifically who's enjoying this transcendental bliss, that is Prahlad. This materialist bliss, the materialistic enjoyment, it will not give you permanent bliss the way Prahlad Maharaj was enjoying. So this from this pastime that we cannot see God is a very instructive lesson from Prahlad Maharaj Charitra, because especially the principles of Navada Bhakti and how the Lord immediately he comes, because his devotee said that he is present everywhere. So Krishna he manifests as Narsinghadev from the pillar. So you see, becoming a devotee of the Lord is the supreme thing actually, and this Krishna conscious philosophy is the same. You take to Krishna consciousness, your life will be perfect. You will achieve the distinction of the human form of life. I think I'll stop here. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Anybody has any pastimes to add, any suggestions, questions, or comments? Please go ahead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Wonderful. Prabhu. Hare Krishna Dandvat. So I would like to our devotees to ask.
Hare Krishna.
Shrikant Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu, for the wonderful sharings, the wonderful class. I like to sing a bhajan.
Sure.
By others can repeat after me. I found it just now. These are the 5 prayers to 5 prayers to Lord Narsimha by Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur. Jai Narsingh Bhagwan ki
Jai.
He dushta hridaya kama adiri puchaya
Dushta hridaya kama adirup chaya
Kutinati pratishtha sathya sadaraya
Kutinati pratisha satya sadharaya
Hridaya shodhanara Krishnera vasana
Hridaya Sodhanara Krishnera Vasana
Narsimha charane mora eito kamana
नरसिंह चरणे मोरा ए तो कामना
हे दुष्ट हृदय कामा
हे दुष्ट हृदय काम
कांदिया नरसिंहा पदे मागिबो का खना
खंडिया नरसिंह पदे मागिबो का कना
निरुपदे नवद्वीपे जुगल भजन
निरापादे नवदीपे जुगल भजन
भया भया पया यारा दर्शने से हरि
भय भय पाया यान्र दर्शने से हरे
प्रसन्न कोई बो कबे मोर दया करी
प्रसन्न होइबो कबे मोरे दया करे
हे दुष्ट हृदय कामा
दुष्ट हृदये काम
यद्यपि भीषणा मूर्ति दुष्ट जीवा प्रति
यद्यपि भीषण मूर्ति दुष्ट जीव प्रति
प्रह्लादी कृष्ण भक्ता जने भद्राति
प्रह्लादादि कृष्ण भक्त जने भद्राति
कबे वा प्रसन्न होए सकृपा वचने
कबे वा प्रसन्न होए सकृपा वचने
निर्भय करिबे मूढ़ किंचने
निर्भय करिबे ये मूढ़ किंचने
हे दुष्ट हृदय कामा
हे दुष्ट हृदये काम
स्वच्छंदे वाईशो हे वत्स श्री गौरांग में
स्वच्छंदे वैशो हि वत्स श्री गौरंग धामे
जुगल भजन हो रति हो नमे
जुगल भजन हो रति हो श्री नामे
मम भक्ता कृपा बोले विघ्न जावे दूरा
मम भक्त कृपा बले विघ्न जाबे दूरा
शुद्ध चित्ते भजो राधा कृष्ण रस पूरा
शुद्ध चित्ते भजो राधा कृष्ण रस पूरा
हे दुष्टे हृदय कामा
हे
काम
ए बोली कबे मोरा मस्तका परा
ये बोली कबे मोरा मस्तक ऊपरा
स्वीया श्री चरण हर्षे धरिबेश्वरा
स्वीया श्री चरणे हर्ष धरिबे ईश्वरा
अमानी जुगल प्रेमे सात्विका विकारे
अमानी
अनि जुगल प्रेम सात्विक विकारे
धरय लुटिबो आमी श्री नरसिंह द्वारे
धरया लुटिबो आमि श्री नरसिंह द्वारे
हे दुष्ट हृदय काम आदिरिपुछया
ये दुष्ट हृदये काम आदिरिपुच्छाया
कुटिनाति प्रतिष्ठा सत्या सदारया
कुटिनाति प्रतिष्ठाश सत्य सदरया
हृदय शोधनारा कृष्णेरावसना
हृदय शोधनार कृष्णेरवासना
नरसिंहाचरणे मोरा एतो कामना
नरसिंह चरणे मोर एतो कामना
नरसिंहाचरणे मोरा एतो कामना
नरसिंह चरणे मोर एतो कामना
जय नरसिंह देवा जय नरसिंह देवा जय नरसिंह देवा जय नरसिंह देवा
नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद
जय नरसिंह भगवान की जय.
जय
I will read a translation. Today we honor the appearance of Lord Narasimha with a full day fast followed by an evening feast. To help remember Lord Narasimha, we are posting 5 prayers to Lord Narasimha written by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written 5 beautiful prayers in Sri Navadvipa Bhavataranga for receiving the mercy of Lord Narasimha. These prayers are certainly assurance to all sincere devotees that the worship of Lord Narasimha is purely in the line of aspiring love and devotion to Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. Those prayers are as follows. First stanza translates as, within my sinful heart, the 6 enemies headed by lust perpetually reside, as well as duplicity, the desire for fame, plus sheer cunning. At the lotus feet of Lord Narasimha, I hope that he will mercifully purify my heart and give me the desire to serve Lord Krishna. Now, who will read this translation? Let us take one by one turn.
Weeping, I will beg at the lotus feet of Lord Narasimha for the benediction of worshipping Radha and Krishna in Navadip, perfectly safe and free from all difficulties. When will this Lord Hari, whose terrible form strikes fear into fear itself, ever become pleased and show me his mercy?
Third one.
Hare Krishna. Even though
Even though Lord Narasimha is terrifying towards the sinful souls, he offers great auspiciousness unto the devotees of Lord Krishna headed by Prahlad Maharaj. When will he be pleased to speak words of compassion unto me, a worthless fool, and thereby make me fearless?
Next.
Will say, dear child, sit down freely and live happily here in Sri Gauranga Dham. May you nicely worship the divine couple and may you develop loving attachment for their holy names. By the mercy of my devotees, all obstacles are cast far away. With a purified heart, just perform the worship of Radha and Krishna. For such worship overflows with sweet nectar.
Last one.
Saying this, Will that Lord delightfully place his own divine lotus feet upon my head? I will experience sublime love for the divine couple Radha Krishna and undergo the ascetic
Ecstatic.
transformation called Sattvika. Falling on the ground, I will roll about at the door of Sri Nrsimha's temple.
Thank you. So this is the mood which we should have while worshipping Lord Narsimhadev. Bhaktivinoda Thakurji has mentioned in these prayers. I'll share these prayers with all of you, that the pure devotional service to Radha and Krishna. So there may be many obstacles. So we pray to Lord Narsimhadev to remove those obstacles. And here it's saying, when Narsimhadev becomes pleased, then he says, "Dear child, sit down freely and live happily here in Sri Gauranga Dhama. May you nicely worship the divine couple and may you develop loving attachment for their holy names. By the mercy of my devotees, all obstacles are cast far away. With a purified heart, just perform the worship of Radha and Krishna, for such worship overflows with sweet nectar." So Narsingha Bhagwan ki Jai Ho.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Maharaj, stage design.
दंडवत प्रभु, सबको प्रणाम दंडवत। आज पवित्र तिथि नरसिंहदेव के आविर्भाव। तो मैं दो शब्द प्रहलाद महाराज का गुण कीर्तन करना चाहता हूँ। तो ऐसा है कि प्रहलाद महाराज नारद मुनि पूर्व जन्म में दासी पुत्र थे और वैष्णवों का आशीर्वाद से महत्व बने। तो वैसे प्रहलाद महाराज भी पूर्व जन्म में बहुत उनका जो स्वभाव चेतना विपरीत था, अनुकूल नहीं था, कृष्ण भक्ति का अनुकूल नहीं था। ऐसा कहा जाता है बहुत वेश्यासक्त थे प्रहलाद महाराज। तो उन्होंने भगवान का इच्छा और एक दिन क्या हुआ, जब उन्होंने उनका कलह शुरू हो गया, वेश्या के साथ उनका मनोमालिन्य हो गया। तो दोनों क्या किए, दोनों इतना कलह और मनोमालिन्य से दोनों खाना सोना बंद कर दिए। लेकिन वही पवित्र तिथि था, नरसिंहदेव के आविर्भाव तिथि। तो यदि वो लोग को मालूम नहीं था, अज्ञान स्वीकृति, तो दूसरा जन्म इतने पवित्र परिवार, पवित्र जो भगवान का शुद्ध भक्त बने, उनका तो संस्कार है, उनका कश्यप मुनि उनका पवित्र परिवार है। बाप ही दीति के माध्यम से थोड़े बहुत है, नहीं तो पवित्र परिवार है। तो संस्कार और उनका जो भगवत भक्ति इतना दृढ़ हुआ, ये माध्यम से हम लोग कहना चाहूंगा, सबको अनुरोध करूंगा कि आज पवित्र तिथि में सभी ऐसा निर्जला, संध्या 6 बजे तक निर्जला रहिए, तपस्या कीजिए। भगवान का अभिषेक, भगवान आविर्भाव का समय के बाद हम लोग अनुकल्प प्रसाद ग्रहण करेंगे, ऐसा आज का विधि है। तो प्रहलाद महाराज तो बहुत अच्छे से भगवत भक्ति को स्थापना किए, आचार्य है। तो ये शब्द हमारा मदन मनोहर को बहुत अच्छे से व्याख्या किए। श्रवण कीर्तन विष्णु स्मरण पाद सेवनम ते षोडशकम। तो ये सब भगवत भक्ति हम लोग करते हैं, लेकिन साथ साथ ये तपस्या भी आवश्यक है। प्रभुपाद महाराज भी बताए ये चार जो है तपस्या निश्चित रूप में करना चाहिए। जन्माष्टमी, रामनवमी, गौर पूर्णिमा और नरसिंह चतुर्दशी। तो ये चार तिथि में आज है हमारा भगवान नरसिंह के आविर्भाव तिथि। ये तिथि को हम लोग जरूर पालन करेंगे। ठीक है प्रभु। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम।
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, I'm here. We can wind up then.
Yeah, you have one question. Like, as you told that Prahlad Maharaj used to be surrounded by demons, but still he's continuing his preaching
Yeah.
and spreading the glories of Lord. So, what character, what inspiration should we take? Like, what should we take? Like, we should, because sometimes we see in colleges, and there are many opposite elements also, right?
Yeah.
So we should not be feared, right? From that, we should continue our.
Yeah. So what is the question?
I just want to like your comments. Any, I just want to hear from your word, your mouth.
Yeah. See, that is a thing, because when you become a devotee, because we are in the material world, right? So material people means they are envious of the Lord. The whole idea of coming into the material world means that you become envious. Icha dvesha samuttena dvandva mohena bharata. Sarva bhutani sammoham sarge yanti parandapa. So they fall down from that platform simply because of this desire, means unwanted desires. They want to enjoy independently, and then dvesha, they become envious of the Lord. How is this person able to enjoy independently? But I cannot do that. So naturally, that is not possible in the spiritual world. So we are sent into the material world, and we all think we are enjoyers. That is all. We just think that I'm enjoying, but literally everything is being arranged by the Lord. So when you come to the material world, we are facing with people who are all envious of the Lord Himself. So if you are going to side with the Lord, then they automatically become envious of you. Oh, this fellow is just sitting and eating nicely. How he is managing his affairs. So many people, like when Prabhupada went to Australia, they were saying because he's Jagat Guru, they gave him a Rolls Royce, and this Rolls Royce is a very costly machine. But then these news reporters, they picked up on that, and they were in the newspapers they are writing, Swamiji comes Rolls Roycing into Australia, like that, down under, something like that. So then Prabhupada, when he was directly questioned by these people, they were so envious that one elderly gentleman who's preaching God consciousness, and he's just come to your country, instead of receiving him nicely and trying to hear from him, they were actually criticizing him for coming in a vehicle, in a good vehicle. So then Prabhupada immediately said, the Guru should be treated as good as God. You're supposed to give me a golden chariot, actually. What is this rubber and tire and, your steel machine? What is it worth? So Prabhupada was very clever that way, the way Prabhupada replied to certain things. So this is the thing. People, they are very envious. But even under that situation, if somebody is able to maintain his Krishna consciousness, then it is very laudable. Prabhupada used to say, you don't be amazed that people are leaving the temple. You be amazed that people are staying still and remaining as devotees. You be amazed by that. Because in Kali Yuga, the entire environment is very contaminated. So that's why, as far as possible, one should take devotee association and be connected, whether online or offline, be connected with devotion and Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, you'll be simply swept away by all these opposing elements, and you'll forget your real purpose in life. That one should be very careful, actually. Because if spirituality is lost, everything is lost. Yeah?
Yes, bro. Thank you very much, bro. Hare Krishna. There is a question by Mataji.
Yeah.
Mataji asked.
हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा। प्रणाम प्रभु। आज के मतलब शुभ अवसर पे थोड़ा हमारे परंपरा में जो गोपाल जी है, गोपाल भट्टदेव, उनका
जी
जो पास टाइम है वो थोड़ा अगर सुनने को मिलता। और साथ में एक क्वेश्चन है,
जी
आप जैसे मतलब बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, तो कभी कभी ऐसे हम लोगों को मतलब संप्रदाय एक्चुअली
जी
मतलब कुछ अपसंप्रदाय ऐसे मिल जाते हैं, वो मतलब शास्त्र को मानते ही नहीं है और बोलते हैं कि ये सब रूपक है, कल्पना है। और इस तरह का बात जब आता है तब कैसे हमें डील करना चाहिए?
जी। पहला जो गोपाल भट्ट, आज क्या गोपाल भट्ट गोस्वामी का आविर्भाव है, तिरुभाव है, अपीयरेंस है, डिसअपीयरेंस है आज?
जी नरसिम्हा चतुर्दशी में शायद राधा रमन देव जी का शायद ये हुआ था
वो
अपीयरेंस।
अच्छा, वो अपीयरेंस है आज राधा रमन जी का, मतलब गोपाल भट्ट से वो नहीं है। ठीक है, मैं पास्ट टाइम बता देता हूँ। गोपाल भट्ट हमारा वेंकट भट्ट का श्रीरंगम में बहुत अच्छे हाई क्लास ब्राह्मण के परिवार में जन्म हुए थे, वेंकट भट्ट का बेटा बन के। तो महाप्रभु जब पूरा साउथ इंडिया भ्रमण कर रहे थे, जब तब श्रीरंगम में चतुर्मास के समय 4 महीना रुके थे। तो उस टाइम में यही वेंकट भट्ट के घर में वो रुके थे। और गोपाल भट्ट तभी बहुत छोटा बच्चा था, लेकिन वो जाके महाप्रभु का ताली से जो प्रसादम है ना, महाप्रसादम उच्छिष्ट ले लेता था। अब ठाकुर जी डायरेक्ट ले रहा है, महाप्रभु ले रहा है, और वो प्रसाद पाने से तो ऑलरेडी है अच्छा हाई क्लास ब्राह्मण का फैमिली है। और ऊपर से जब महाप्रभु का कृपा बरसा डायरेक्ट 4 महीना तक, तो वो तो प्योर डिवोटी हो गया। और जैसे पिताजी गुजर गए, वो तुरंत आ गए इधर वृंदावन। और वृंदावन में आके, साउथ इंडिया में जनरली ऐसा ब्राह्मण परिवार में शालिग्राम मिलता है। मणिपुर में भी बहुत सारे लोग ऐसा शालिग्राम रखते हैं, घर में पूजा करते हैं, या अपना खुद का मंदिर रहता है। तो ये 4-5-6 शालिग्राम था जो गोपाल भट्ट के पास, उसको लेके वो आके इधर पूजा करके बहुत सारा किताब लिखे हैं एक्चुअली, जो हरिभक्ति विलास है और जो संस्कार दीपिका, ये सब सनातन गोस्वामी के नाम दिया गया है, लेकिन एक्चुअली उसको सब जो लिखा गया था गोपाल भट्ट गोस्वामी ने किया। तो एक दिन एक कोई भक्त है, वो आके वहां पे ठाकुर जी के लिए बड़ा अच्छा पोशाक वगैरह लाया था। तो ऐसे ही गोपाल भट्ट के मन में भाव आ गया है कि ऐसा कपड़ा हमारे पास एक गोपाल होते थे, तो मैं पहना सकता था, ये सब तो शालिग्राम है, तो मैं क्या करूं करके मन में ऐसे सोच रहे थे। तो पहले दिन राधा रमन जी जो है वो प्रकट हो गए। तो आप देखे बहुत छोटे विग्रह है, लेकिन इतना सुंदर है, बहुत सुंदर है भगवान देखने में। और वो लोग वहां पे वृंदावन में जो राधा रमन जी का मंदिर में, वो पर्दा खोल के बार बार बंद करता है वो लोग, कि कहीं ठाकुर कोई भक्त के पीछे न चला जाए करके, है ना। इतना सुंदर डेटी है। तो आज राजा रमन जी का वो है। और गोपाल भट्ट गोस्वामी का समाधि भी उधर ही है, वृंदावन में कहीं है। तो ये षड गोस्वामी में वो भी एक गोस्वामी मानता है, और हम लोग उसका अनुयायी करने से बहुत कृपा होता। तो और तो जो दूसरा सवाल है, जो बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का टाइम में जो अपोजिशन होता है, ये तो एक्सपेक्टेबल है। जितना हो सके हम लोग कंट्रोवर्सी में नहीं पड़ना है, क्योंकि मैं देखा हूँ जब आप कुछ उल्टा सुल्टा बोल देता है, मतलब कभी कभी इतना, मतलब लोग आदमी को इरिटेट कर देता है कि हम लोग गुस्से में कुछ बोल देता है। मैं खुद का एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ। कलकत्ता बुक फेयर में वो आया था एक आदमी, उसका फिलॉसफी है एवरीथिंग इज नथिंग करके, मतलब कुछ भी नहीं है स्वामी जी, ये कुछ नहीं है, बुक कुछ नहीं है, फिलॉसफी कुछ नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है। मैं पूरा आधा घंटा टॉलरेट किया मैं फिर मेरे से बर्दाश्त नहीं हुआ। जो मैं सोच रहा था कोई ना कोई किताब ले जाएगा करके, इसलिए चुपचाप रह के स्माइलिंग करके ऐसे ही मैं काम चला रहा था। फिर लास्ट में जब आउटवार हो गया, मेरे से बर्दाश्त नहीं हुआ, तो मैं बोला ठीक है, आपका फिलॉसफी नथिंग है, आप भी नथिंग है, आपका जो फैमिली है वो नथिंग है, और नथिंग के लिए मेरा टाइम क्यों वेस्ट कर रहा है करके मैं सीधा पूछ लिया। और उसको बड़ा आया गुस्सा, अरे आप तो साधु है, आप ऐसे कैसे बात कर सकते हैं। तो यार साधु मतलब तुम कुछ भी बोलोगे मैं मानना पड़ेगा क्या हमको? तुम्हारा ही फिलॉसफी बोल रहा हूँ, तुम तो नथिंग नथिंग है, सब कुछ को नथिंग कर रहे हो, तो तुमका नथिंग बोलने से इतना गुस्सा क्यों आ रहा है? तो समथिंग तो है ना तेरे पास। तो उसका जो बीबी है, माता जी जो पास में थी, वो थोड़ा ऐसा करके मुझे इशारा किया, आदमी थोड़ा माइंड डिस्टर्ब्ड है ऐसे करके, इसलिए मैं फिर उसके बाद उसको थोड़ा प्रसाद देके उसको भेज दिया। तो ऐसा बहुत सारा लोग आ जाता है जो मतलब वो सोचता है कि साइंस ही सब कुछ है, ये वेद जो प्रमाण है, हम लोग जो शास्त्र बांट रहे हैं, ये सब मतलब कोई बुढ़ा गंजा वाला साधु जंगल में बैठ के कभी का जमाने में कोई न जान पहचान वाला भाषा में लिख के रखे गया है। लेकिन एक एक वैदिक स्टेटमेंट्स अगर हम लोग पढ़ेंगे तो हम देख सकते हैं कि एवरी स्टेटमेंट सच है। प्रभुपाद जी वही स्टैंडर्ड जवाब देते थे, यू टेक एनी श्लोका फ्रॉम द भगवत गीता, यू एनालाइज इट, यू विल सी दैट इट इज 100% द ट्रूथ। साधु लोग थियोरेटिकली नहीं बात करता है, लेकिन तुम साइंटिफिकली सोचोगे तो साइंस में ही ये दो थियोरीज है, थियोरी ऑफ अनसर्टेनिटी है और थियोरी ऑफ इनकम्प्लीटनेस है। मतलब वो लोग आपको कुछ कंप्लीट ज्ञान नहीं दे सकता है, और जो भी ज्ञान दे रहा है वो भी अनसर्टेन है, वो तो पक्का है कि नहीं वो लोग को भी पता नहीं। ये दो थियोरीज है, आप उसको चेक कर सकते हैं। और ऊपर से जो भी इंसान है, मतलब मेटीरियल वर्ल्ड में जो भी इंसान है, उसका 4 दोष है। सेंसेस इम्परफेक्ट है, तो वो सेंसेस को यूज करके, वो इंद्रियों को यूज करके जो भी मशीन बनाता है वो भी अपूर्ण रहता है, वो परफेक्ट नहीं है। वो फिर गलतियां करता है, चीटिंग करता है, और चौथा क्या है, मिस्टेक्स नहीं, इल्यूशन में पड़ता है। तो ये 4 गलती है। तो प्रभुपाद जी बड़ा अच्छे से बता रहा है कि मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में जो भी हमको नॉलेज मिल रहा है वेद शास्त्र छोड़ के, बाकी सब कुछ जो है एक्चुअली स्पेकुलेटिव नॉलेज है। वो आदमी कहीं से सुना होगा और वो आदमी कहीं से और सुना होगा, लेकिन सब इंसान जो है इम्परफेक्ट है। इम्परफेक्ट होने के नाते वो लोग जो भी नॉलेज दे रहे हैं वो सब स्पेकुलेटिव नॉलेज। बट हम लोग स्पेकुलेटिव नॉलेज, हम लोग भले हम लोग को टॉलरेट करना पड़ता है, बट वी डोंट एक्सेप्ट। हम लोग एक्सेप्ट करते हैं नॉलेज फ्रॉम अ लिबरेटेड पर्सन। लिबरेटेड पर्सन माने ये 4 दोष नहीं होता है, और वो जो भी बोलता है वो फैक्ट है। तो मतलब उसका सेंसेस इम्परफेक्ट नहीं है, उसका वो गलती नहीं करता है, वो इल्यूशन में नहीं पड़ता है, और किसी को धोखाबाजी नहीं करता। ये 4 दोषों से जो परे होता है उसको मुक्त आत्मा कहता है। और भगवान है वो पर्सनालिटी, इसलिए हम लोग सब नॉलेज जो है ठाकुर जी से लेता है, और वही वेदों में लिखा है। उसको गलत इंटरप्रिटेशन नहीं करना होता है, एज इट इज उसको स्वीकार करने से हम लोग जो भी बोल रहे हैं वो सत्य है। तो ये लोग भले मानेंगे नहीं, हम लोग इतना तो बोल सकता है, कभी कभी अच्छे से बात करने से लोग समझ लेते हैं और वो ले लेता है। लेकिन जितना हो सके हम अवॉइड करेंगे आर्ग्यूमेंट वगैरह, जो ऐसा मुंह तलाबी वार्तालाप में नहीं फंसना है, वो अच्छा नहीं होता है एक्चुअली। हमारा उल्टा हमारा नुकसान होता है, हम एजिटेट हो जाता है और किताब भी नहीं जाएगा। तो इसलिए ऐसे लोग को ऐसे टॉलरेट करके चुपचाप रहने से अच्छा है। बहुत साल प्रैक्टिस चाहिए उसके लिए एक्चुअली। तो आप रेगुलर बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में जाइए, देखिए आप ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग मिलेंगे, तो वो लोग को आप समझाइए ऐसा ऐसा है, आप इसको भी थोड़ा देखिए, ये परफेक्ट नॉलेज है, ये एकदम लिबरेटेड पर्सन का मुखारबिन से आया है, तो आप इसको थोड़ा ट्राई करके देखिए। आपका अभी तक जो नॉलेज मिल रहा है वो इनकम्प्लीट है, वो अनसर्टन है, और उसमें ये सब कमियां हैं, क्योंकि हर इंसान को ये सब कमियां हैं। लेकिन ये ऐसा वाला कोई क्या बोलता है, इम्परफेक्ट पर्सन से ये नहीं आ रहा है ये जो ज्ञान है। तो इसे इसको थोड़ा इस्तेमाल करके देखिए, अगर आपको कुछ लगे हम लोग उसके ऊपर बात करेंगे, ऐसा हम लोग उसके ऊपर चर्चा कर सकता है, ऐसा करके आप ट्राई करके देखिए।
जी धन्यवाद। उन्होंने एक क्वेश्चन किया था, वो मतलब ऐसा था,
जी
द्वापर युग में कृष्ण आए थे, तो भगवान स्वयं आते हैं, तो उसके बाद भगवान आने के बाद तो सब कुछ अच्छा होना चाहिए, उसके बाद इतना सब कुछ बुरा हो रहा है, और वो शास्त्र एकदम नहीं मानते, मतलब सब गलत लिखा है, मतलब छुएंगे भी नहीं, देखेंगे भी नहीं, और ब्रह्मा जी के संप्रदाय से खुद को मतलब बताते हैं, नाम नहीं ले रही हूँ बस।
अच्छा। मतलब डिवोटी था क्या पहले वो?
जी वो दूसरे संप्रदाय से है, अपसंप्रदाय से, तो
हाँ, तब तो
वो
कुछ
लोग
कर
का
नहीं
जो
सकता।
फिलोसफी है वहां पे बस चुपचाप सुनना पड़ा। और मैं मतलब मेरे साथ में और एक माता जी है, उन्होंने बोला कि ब्रह्मा जी ने खुद बताया कि केशव धृतम मीन शरीर, इस तरह से बताया। तो तब थोड़ा सा चुप हुए, पर फिर से वो अपना मतलब बोल रहे थे।
नहीं, ब्रह्मा जी का वो है, ब्रह्म संहिता है। आप जो बोल रहे हो वो केशव धृता, वो जयदेव
हाँ, उनको
गोस्वामी का है, गीत गोविंद से। तो नहीं, ये बोल सकता है गोविंदम आदि पुरुषम तमहम भजामि ईश्वर परम कृष्ण, ये सब ब्रह्मा जी बोल रहा है। तो आप कौन से संप्रदाय वाले हैं? आप ब्रह्म संप्रदाय कह रहा है, लेकिन ब्रह्मा जी का बात नहीं मानेंगे तो खाली लेबल लगाने से क्या फायदा है ना? मैं क्रिश्चियन हूँ, मैं मुस्लिम हूँ, मैं ये हूँ, मैं वो हूँ, मैं ब्रह्म संप्रदाय वाले हूँ, लेकिन ब्रह्मा जी जो बोल रहा है उसको पालन नहीं कर रहा है, तो उसको स्वीकार नहीं कर रहा। तो ये तो बोल सकता है। ब्रह्म संहिता किताब एक दे दीजिए, और ये मेरा गिफ्ट है करके आप दे दीजिए उसको, वो खुद पढ़ेगा, उसके दिमाग में बैठेगा तो बैठेगा। ये अपसंप्रदाय वाले है ना, वो लोग अपराधी होता है। वो लोग मेन तो वही प्रॉब्लम है, मायावादी लोग जैसा। वो भगवान को तो पूजा करता है, लेकिन लास्ट में वो लोग भगवान का रूप नहीं मानता है। वो लोग भगवान को निराकार ही समझता है। मतलब खुद का पर्सनालिटी हो सकता है, तो भगवान का पर्सनालिटी नहीं होना है। तो वो लोग अपराधी है एक्चुअली। ऐसा ये अपसंप्रदाय वाले सब ज्यादातर अपराधी है, क्योंकि वो लोग का अपना पर्सनल एजेंडा रहता है। वो खुद कुछ अपना इच्छा पूरा करने के लिए संप्रदाय को हेल्प ले लेता है, लेकिन ना ब्रह्मा जी को मानता है ना भगवान को मानता है। तो ये सब लोग से ज्यादा बात करके फायदा नहीं, हमारा भक्ति भ्रष्ट होता है। माता जी, अवॉइड कीजिए आप। नहीं तो ऐसे किताब देके, या कोई जैसा साधु सन्यासी होगा, जैसे सीनियर डिवोटी जो एक्सपीरियंस्ड है, वो आदमी के पास लेके आइए आप, तो अच्छा रहेगा। क्योंकि आदमी का प्योरिटी लेवल है ना बहुत ज्यादा होता है, तो वो शुद्धता से लोग प्रभावित हो जाता है। और कोई जैसे एल्डरली वृद्धा डिवोटी है, तो उसको देख के जैसे छोटे लोग का लेडीज के साथ जैसा आर्ग्यूमेंट होता है ना, ऐसा तो आर्ग्यूमेंट नहीं करेंगे। अब समझ रहे हैं ना बात?
जी।
तो चिंता मत कीजिए, आप तो ट्राई कर रहे हैं भगवान के लिए, तो ठाकुर जी आपके लिए अच्छा बुद्धि दे देंगे, और अच्छा लोग, किताब लेने वाले लोग आपके पास भेजेंगे। चिंता मत कीजिए। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण, धन्यवाद।
Hare
धन्यवाद।
Krishna. So we can conclude for today.
या जय नरसिंहदेव की जय। जय गुरु महाराज श्रील श्रीपाद की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। बीए भक्तवृंद की जय। हरे कृष्ण। थैंक यू।
Yes, Madan Mahaprabhu की जय हो।
गुरु महाराज की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
थैंक यू।
Maru, Hare
Vaishnava